So today I wanna go over relics for bygone, because it seems like a lot of people are really struggling with it. This might bite me in the ass, cause people are gonna start climbing over me. And sequential is pretty hard when I don't have a Merle and Shiro and Zero and stuff like that. So obviously your relics gonna depend on what you have start up. If you have 5-star Omnium Shield, you're obviously gonna run Omnium Shield, right? Etc. But what most free-to-play will run is Cube, Missiles, into Hologram, Space-Time Rift, if you have Space-Time Rift 3, into Courant and Tornado. That's the basic ones, right? There is some different strats to cheese bygone, but let's go over the normal way, and then we go over the cheese after. So yeah, it's gonna take a while to load in, annoyingly. So on bosses, you want to use your cube and missiles before you enter the boss room, and on non-boss floors, you want to use it after you enter the room. I'm just gonna show it quickly. I'm not gonna stack up my Huma on anything. So when you have a boss floor, you'll go here. For most ones, you'll press your 2 relics, you'll press F, swap, and then hologram, and then this. And that's how you do it, right? Then you get all 6 relics off instantly. You want to use Courant before you use tornadoes. You don't want to start off with using tornadoes. I'll show you why. So that's pretty easy. You just use all 6 relics, right? That's the easy free-to-play way to do it. No cheese. Oh, they're not reset, okay. Going into bygone is gonna be the easiest way to reset them. I can't show the cheese strats really, but I can explain it. Cause I don't have the necessary stars and stuff for all the cheese strat, and I don't have 0, right? So yeah. So on normal floors, you will go in, you will use your 2, then you'll use hologram and rift on the same time, then you'll use courant, and then you'll fight, right? On floors with these mobs, you might want to wait till they have a shield using tornado and jump twice and then use it. Do you see where all the tornadoes spawn? All 3 of them spawn right under you. But if you don't jump, double jump, they will spawn like 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here to the side, and they might not hit all the mobs. So if you have all the mobs stacked and you double jump to use the tornado, they will all spawn right under you and hit all the mobs at once. So that's how you pretty much remove the RNG from the tornadoes. And they do a lot of basic damage. That's why they're so good. And when you can remove the RNG by double jumping like that, it's a huge DPS increase. So these are the 6 you will most free-to-play will use. Then we get into the cheese strats. Okay. One of them is gonna be cloak. You see here, 5-star, 100% damage in quantum state, negated after 3 successful attacks. So what you wanna do is, you wanna get Tsubasa if you have her start up. You wanna get Tsubasa. At least 1 star. The more stars you have, like here, it goes better at 6 stars, right? So what you do is you use Quantum Cloak, you hit with 2, And yeah, you pretty much get a free buff. Let me show you. I won't get the damage buff because I don't have her stars, right? And I can't get the 2 times attack on because I only have Quantum Cloak 4-star. At 5 stars you can do 2 attacks without taking aggro. 2 stacks, 2 headshots, and you'll get full Tsubasa stacks at C6, which is like 25% damage increase, and then you can swap weapons. So basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna go in. You got a Quantum Cloak. Right? You're gonna hit her once. And then you would hit her again. And she shouldn't aggro you, because you have a Quantum Cloak. So that's like the cheese strat. Some people like to use Ini as well, and they will swap into Ini. I can show you how to swap weapon as well, I guess, if you don't know. One of the cheese strats, it's getting 0. You go in with 0. You get all your buffs on the floor, then you die, and then you respawn, change weapon, and then you can pick up all the stacks on the floor and fight, and then you have all his buffs. That's another way to cheese with 0, right? So you're gonna go in, you're gonna do this, gonna do Quantum Cloak, de-aggro, then you're gonna go escape, backpack, gonna go weapons, and you're gonna switch. And I now have my Tsubasa buff on, right? And then I just start fighting with my Tsubasa buff. That's easy way to change weapon in here. And you with 0 you just go in, get all your stacks, then die, respawn, and then you swap your weapons. Like, let's pretend I'm getting my 0 stacks, right? It's gonna take a while to die though. You can also swap into Ini. If you don't know, swapping into Ini gives you a 8-second hyper body, which is also, it's CC and damage immune. So people like to get the Tsubasa stacks, then swap into Ini, then swap back to your main set, and then fight, and you have 8 seconds of where you can't take damage or be CC'd while you have the Tsubasa buff up. And that's how you cheese it. And you can also, let's see, I'm gonna die here. So you die, you press retry with 0. You have all the 0 buffs. All the 0 buffs will be on the floor. You press escape, backpack, go to weapons, and you simply swap back to your main set, right? As well as you can stack your discharge. We're doing this and then go backpack, weapons, and then swap, right? And then you get full discharge. You can do that as well. So all of these are ways to cheese. Tsubasa buff, 0 buffs, Ini buff or Quantum Cloak. I was looking if there was other things. You can use Claudia as well, but it's not as good. Yeah. I was looking at other ways to buff. If you're not playing physical, you can use Bygone at 66, her dodge skills inflict grievous for 7 seconds, right? So you can do 2 dodge skills with Quantum Cloak on Bai Ling and then swap back to whatever you need. So if you don't have, like, I don't have Tsubasa, right? So I can swap my Tsubasa for Bai Ling and I can get Grievous for free. Right, then I can go backpack, weapon, swap, and the debuff should still be there. And obviously you do your whole relic rotation before you attack, right? So you get all your relics out. I don't think it kills you if you jump down and you just respawn. Yeah. So if you don't have Tsubasa, you can still use the Quantum Cloak cheese to get Bai Ling Grievous buff. It's not that good, but it does give some damage. If you don't want to use Cube or Missile on your relic slot, right? Because you're gonna be replacing your 10% damage buff on Cube or Relic. How much is the Grievous buff? It's 20%, so it's better than the 10% from Cube, right? So you could do this if you have Quantum Cloak. Get the Grievous, because it's gonna be better than using the Cube. Yeah, that's pretty much all the ways to cheese her. I'm just gonna check if the buff actually shows up on Seraph HP bar. Just to confirm that it does work. Okay, so the buff doesn't show up, right? But she should have Grievous now. And then you go this, you get out of aggro, you go in, you swap back to your main set, you do all your relic stuff, and then you pretty much just start fighting. As fast as you can, so you still have the 20% damage buff, right? Yeah, that's pretty much all the cheese for Bygone at the moment. There's some things for like Frost Comp. You can use the Quantum Cloak to proc Frick skill and then swap Frick out for Lin and then roll Saki Lin Tsubasa, right? You can do that, for example. And then use the Frick Zone to burst. With the Quantum Cloak. That's one thing that's gonna work when Lin comes out for Frost Comp. Yeah, there's a lot of small cheeses like that for buffs. I hope it helps. Good luck on a Bygone climb.